Thank you. Welcome back from lunch. So I'm Builder's guest speaker. So a few people have said, well, what is it you're speaking about? To which the answer is my favorite topic, me. I asked actually, I'm very grateful to Protection Review for giving me this few minutes to address you all, because actually today marks a strange kind of anniversary for me, because it was at this very conference in this very room, probably about this time when I was getting slightly bored, that I got my phone out and made an appointment using my added value services on my protection product to speak to a virtual GP. And that was the start of a process that led me to a cancer diagnosis in February, an operation in March, the all clear in April, and then some further surgery to tidy up some loose ends in July. So to the point where now I stand here in, as you can see, absolutely perfect health. So it's been an odd kind of year. And I wanted to mark that occasion sort of selfishly, but also to give you three sort of reflections on what I think I've learned this year and that I'd like to pass on to all of you. The first one is kind of a pragmatic bit of advice, which is the importance, and you're all very intelligent people, mostly intelligent people, so you probably don't need me to tell you this, but early diagnosis, if you find something that you don't like the look of, if you feel something that doesn't feel normal, get it checked immediately. I had, and we've just finished lunch, and my cancer was bowel area, so I'm not going to tell you what the symptoms were, but they were obvious. And even then, there was a part of my brain that said, well, give it a few weeks, Phil, see if it settles down. Let's wait until after Christmas and see if it gets a bit better. And I'm very glad I didn't listen to that part of my brain, because the type of cancer I had, my oncologist said, if he didn't catch it when he did, it's incurable. So it would absolutely been the thing that killed me. So the difference between all clear a month after diagnosis and death sentence is a matter of time. And no one knows how long that time period is. So don't procrastinate. If something isn't right, get it checked immediately. The second point I wanted to make, the second thing I wanted to say was just an enormous thank you. I made the decision when I got my diagnosis to make that diagnosis public. I put a post on LinkedIn, and that was largely born out of laziness, as those that have worked with me will not be surprised to learn. It was because I didn't really want to just update people one by one as to why I wasn't coming to this conference or to that meeting. So I thought I'd just do a blanket kind of, yeah, you might not see me for a bit, speak soon type post. And the outpouring of well-wishing that I got as a result from that was absolutely moving. As I say, my cancer journey has been, more of a short hike, frankly. So I feel very, very lucky. But even in that, short journey, there have been some pretty miserable, dark moments, as you can probably imagine. And to have messages from some of the people in this room and in the wider industry, packages sent to my house, people checking in on text and WhatsApp on a regular basis, you can't overstate how much that means when you are having a bit of a shit day. And there are a few of them this year. So an enormous thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've said it to most of you personally already, but I want to say it publicly as well. And then the third thing, and I think Peter actually touched on this with the question he stated just before lunch, which is, as an industry, I think we need to have a bit more pride. And I think, I've been in this industry as long as my hairline suggests, and when people ask me what I do for a living, you sort of say life insurance and you look at your feet a bit and the conversation moves on to football or something slightly more interesting. We're a bit apologetic. And all through this morning, all of the talks have talked about where our failings are as an industry, what we could do better, what we should learn from other sectors. And that's really sensible and healthy, and it's the right thing to do. But we don't very often focus on what we do really, really well. And Peter touched on it, the importance of our industry. And now I'm kind of, a user of our industry. And when I needed this industry, it stepped up. When I needed someone to stand shoulder to shoulder with me, Bupa did that. When I needed someone to stand shoulder to shoulder with me, Royal London did that personally for me. And as I said earlier, everybody in this room and in the wider industry stood shoulder to shoulder with me. This is a fantastic industry. It supports people in their darkest moments, and much darker than I've had, thankfully. And we don't talk about that enough. And we should be proud, absolutely proud, everyone in this room, of what our industry does and what it means to people. So I really wanted you to take that message away as to the importance of everything you do. We do the right thing. everybody in this room, every business in this room, at some point stands shoulder to shoulder with a customer and that customer's family at the moment they need them the most. And we shouldn't underestimate that. So I'll leave you with 7 amazing speakers. I'm sure they'll be fantastic. There's some nerves, so please be warm in their introductions. And for those of you that are here this evening, I look forward to having a drink. Thank you for your time.